Okay. Ooh, might need to tilt it just a little. There we go. All right. So this morning we are on lesson 18. I can solve word problems. And we sure can. We are awesome at that. We don't even have a warm-up for this morning. We're going to go straight into our handy dandy math book to the application problem. So let's grab our math books and turn to page, hang on and I'll tell you, 77. That's a 7 and another 7. It's kind of in the middle of your book. Give me a thumbs up when you've got that stuff ready. Good morning, Adeline. We're on page 77 in our math book.
Good. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so with our word problem, we read, draw, write. I'm going to read the entire word problem, and then I'm going to take it one sentence at a time to draw. So let's take a look. Good morning, Carolyn. We're in our math book on page 77.
Okay.
Sam bought 8 pieces of fruit at the farmer's market. He loves apples and oranges, so he bought some of each. Each means each. Apples and oranges. Draw a plate and show his fruit on the plate. Don't lose any. Okay. Whew. It's a lot of information. Let's just look at the first sentence. Sam bought 8 pieces of fruit at the farmer's market. Someone raised their hand. Is there anything I need to do with this sentence? Nicole?
You have to circle the numbers.
I do. He bought 8 pieces of fruit. So that's probably my whole, right? 8 pieces of fruit. He loves apples and oranges. So he bought some of each. So I know he bought some apples and I know he bought some oranges. Draw a plate and show his fruit on the plate. So that's telling me to draw a plate and show his fruit. Okay, I'm gonna draw a plate. And I'm gonna show his fruit. I'm gonna use colors to help me draw the fruit. You can too if you happen to have your crayons with you. So I know there have to be 8 pieces of fruit. Well, what could I do? I know I need 8 pieces, but how do I know how to do that? What do I do? Who can help me? Ryan?
Whole is
8. So maybe I'll put 1, 2, 3 apples, and I'm going to color them red. Am I done? Do I have 8 pieces of fruit? No. I've only got 3 apples. The next one was oranges. So maybe I'll draw 1, 2, 3,
Miss
4.
Kate,
Hold
can you
on.
say how many apples and oranges we want?
Yes.
Only if we make 8?
Yes. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I'm going to color them in orange. You can do it your own way. It does not have to be the same way Miss Kate's did it. Do I have, let's check my work. It said Sam brought 8 pieces of fruit. That needs to be how many I have. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Awesome. He bought some of each. That means I can't make it all just apples, and I can't just put oranges. I have to show some of both. So I showed 3 apples and 5 oranges. What pairing did you show? Raise your hand and share. Adeline? How many apples and oranges do you have?
I shared 2 oranges, and 4 red apples.
Okay, let's look at that. So remember, our whole has to be 8. So you did 2 oranges, that's awesome. And then you did 1, 2, 3, 4 apples. That makes 6.
5.
Could you draw maybe 2 more apples to make 8? Draw 2 more apples and that'll make 8.
Yeah.
Awesome. Ari, what did you put?
I did 4 and 4.
Awesome, 4 and 4. Anya, did you put anything different?
Oh, I put 4 and 4 too.
Okay. Landon, what did you put?
I put 1 and 7.
1 and 7. Awesome. All right, friends. Now see if you can take your plate of fruit and put numbers into a number bond. So draw a number bond beside your plate. I drew mine like this. You can draw yours any way you'd like. And fill it in. I'm going to fill in mine. We said our whole was 8. So I'm going to write that in the whole. And on my plate, I have 3 apples and 5 oranges. You make your number bond to match your picture.
Miss Kate, I chose the one that faces up, like this.
That's awesome. Yeah, you can draw your number bond any way you want.
Because we split 8 into 2 parts.
Yep. We're still splitting it into 2 parts here, but yep, that's great. Okay. Miss Cates is going to erase her application problem. And we are going to take a look at Mrs. Hawkins, and she's going to help us with our lesson 18 today. So move your material.
Write a number sentence.
That's okay. Let's move our materials to the side. And we're going to get started with our lesson. Let me pull her up and we will get started.
Hi friends, and welcome to our lesson today. My name is Mrs. Hawkins. Today we are going to be solving word problems to 8 to find addition patterns. So let's go ahead and get started. All that you will need for today's lesson is some crayons. So go ahead and push pause to go find your crayons, then push play, and we'll continue.
Okay, so go find your handy dandy crayons. And when you're ready, make a silly face in the camera. Oh my goodness, look at these faces. I love it. I love it. Okay, it looks like we're ready.
Listen to my silly story. The students were playing with 7 balls on the playground. They accidentally kicked some of the balls into a big puddle, and now some are muddy. What is one way the balls might look like now? Go ahead and tell me your idea.
Okay, so raise your hand, share out. What's your idea? Carolyn?
Dirty.
They're dirty. Some of them are dirty, so you could probably color in some of them. Smriti?
Yeah. I think some of them have brown spots.
Okay. Let's see what Miss Hawkins says. Those are great.
Now let's make a math problem about my silly story. So I am going to draw 7 balls on my paper. Count them with me.
Let's count them with her. You don't have to
1,
do this. You're just counting. 2, 3, 4,
5,
5,
6,
6, 7. How did she draw those, friends? What way did she use to draw those? That's a way that we talk about. She did it the what way? Ryan?
The draw way.
The 5 group way, where we have 5 on top, and then we move to the bottom to show more. Awesome job.
Now remember from our story that some of the balls fell into that big muddy puddle. So I need to make sure that I show some of the balls with mud on them. How many do you think I should draw mud on?
Okay, show me with your fingers. How many should she make muddy? I see a lot of people going 5. Somebody said 1. Good choices. Let's see what Miss Hawkins uses.
Great suggestions. I think I will make 3 have mud on them. So I'm going to go ahead and draw some mud on 1, 2, 3. Now can we make a number sentence to match my picture? Yes! So how many balls did we have in all?
Show on your fingers. At the beginning, how many balls did we have? Awesome! Great job, friends.
Think about it. How many in all? 7. How many are muddy? Think about it. How many are...
Show me how many are muddy. Not 5, not 7. How many are muddy? 3, 3, 3.
Buddy? 3. And how many are clean?
Oh, we haven't talked about this. How many are clean and not muddy? Oh, good job.
About it. How many are clean? 4. So now read the number sentence with me. 7 is the same as 3 and 4. For this next part, you are going to need a piece of paper and your crayons. So if you need to, push pause now to gather your materials.
Okay, make sure you've got your paper and your crayons.
My pen is upstairs.
What if you use this from yesterday and just flipped it over to the blank side?
Miss Kate?
Yeah? Yeah, sweetie?
Miss Kate?
Yes.
What do we need again?
Just your crayons and a scrap sheet of paper.
Okay.
Okay. I'll give us a second.
Miss Kate?
Yes?
How many colors do we need?
Oh, I don't know, sweetie. We'll just see. All right, I'm going to push.
A bunch of it.
You do. I'm going to push play, and we'll see what to do next.
And then we'll continue. Now listen to my next little story. As I tell the story, I want you to close your eyes and think about the story in your head. Then when it's time, I'll have you open your eyes and draw your picture. So go ahead and close your eyes and listen to my story. Cora went to a birthday party. At the party, she saw a dish of 8 jelly beans. Some were red and some were green. Now open your eyes, push pause, and draw the jelly beans.
Okay. So, her friend Cora had a dish of 8 jelly beans. Some were red, that's a color, and some were green. Draw them on your paper. It might be a good idea to draw them the 5 group way like Miss Hawkins did. When you are all done, put your hands on your head to let me know I'm good to go. Thank you. Good job. Thank you, friends. DJ and Adeline, Russell.
Miss Kate?
Yes?
How much do
There were
are
8 jelly beans, but we don't know how many were red and green. You determine that.
Miss Kate? Miss Kate?
Hold on, Nicole. Yes, Landon?
How many jelly beans do we have to draw?
8.
Okay.
Some are red and some are green.
Miss Kate?
Yes, ma'am.
Can I draw just 8 and 0?
No, you're drawing 8
Excuse me, Miss Kate?
circles. Yes?
I draw blues.
That's okay if you didn't have a green.
I have green, but I hear it's just blue.
Oh, okay. All right, let's listen.
okay?
That is okay. Let's listen to Miss Hawkins now.
Now tell me what your picture looks like. picture. I heard some of my friends share what they drew, and I heard some really good ideas. I heard one of my friends say, I drew 1 red jelly bean and 7 green jelly beans. Then I heard another friend say, I drew 3 green jelly beans and 5 red jelly beans. So let's use one of those ideas for my picture. I am going to draw 1 red jelly bean, and then I'm going to make 7 green jelly beans. Now let's use this drawing to make a number sentence. We'll use my drawing first. So how many jelly beans did Cora have in all?
Okay, so instead of doing it for yours, we're just watching her, and then in a minute, you guys can do it for your picture. But how many did she have in all? What's your name? Landon? How many did she have in all?
8.
8, you're exactly right. She had 8 jelly beans in all. Let's see, let's watch what Miss Hawkins writes.
8. Now using my picture, how many jelly beans were red?
Okay, use her picture. Show me with your fingers. How many jelly beans are red? Just with your fingers, show me. 1.
Miss
One
Kate,
leg
are you
jelly bean.
supposed to draw a number sentence?
No, we're just watching Miss Hawkins, and then in a minute, you're gonna draw the number sentence to match yours.
1. And again, using my picture, how many jelly beans were green?
How many were green?
7.
Oh, sorry. I didn't give you an opportunity.
So now let's read this number sentence together.
All right, let's read it with her.
8 is the same as 1 and 7. We can also say that as 8 equals 1 and 7. So now I want you to write a number sentence that matches your picture.
You do it
So
now.
push pause to do that now.
Do that, and then I'm gonna have you guys share. Hold it up. Oh, I love that, Russell. Fantastic. Great job, Ryan. Oh, look at yours, Adeline. Wonderful. Now do your number sentence. Make sure you do your number sentence with numbers. Very good, Landon. You got your number sentence on there? Do your number sentence. Oh, excellent, Nicole. Excellent. I love it, Carolyn. Great job, Smriti. You showed yours number sentence 2 different ways. Fantastic. Very, very good. Okay. Miss Cates is going to push play. We're going to move on to the next part of our lesson.
Now what if I wrote the number of green jelly beans first, like this number sentence? Would that be a correct number sentence for this drawing?
Thumbs up if it's correct, thumbs down if it's not. I see some people kind of going like this. She had up here 8 is the same as 1 and 7. Now we have 7 and 1 is the same as 8. Aren't they both the same thing? Yeah. Let's see what Miss Hawkins says.
Drawing? What do you think? Good answer. Yes, it doesn't matter which color you write first, there are still the same number of jelly beans. Great work today.
You guys did do great work today. Take your crayons for me.
Miss Grace, I got class and I told you something.
Yes, at the end. Put your crayons safely away.
Kate,
Yes?
can I show something too?
At the end of class, yes ma'am. All right, put our things away. And then get back out your handy dandy math book and turn to this page. It's just on the next page. Our problem set is on page 79. That's a 7
I found it.
and a 9. Wonderful. Okay. Once again, we have 3 story problems. And we've got our number sentences. You know what, guys? I think we are doing such a good job with our number sentences, we don't need to label them anymore. Because we know in our brains that when we are adding, the whole goes with the equal sign, and the 2 parts go on either side of the plus. So we no longer need to label. If you feel like you still may need to, you can. All right, I'm going to read this first story problem. Remember, we read, we draw, and we write. So I'm going to read the whole thing and then take it one sentence at a time. Devin has 6 Spider-Man pencils. He puts some in his desk and the rest in his pencil box. Write a number sentence to show how many pencils Devin might have in his desk and pencil box. Okay, I'm going to take that one sentence at a time. Devin has 6 Spider-Man pencils. 6 must be my whole. Look, I've got 6 pencils down here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He puts some in his desk and the rest in his pencil box. I don't have a number to circle. Did it tell me how many he put in his desk and his pencil box? No, I'm gonna have to decide that. Write a number sentence to show how many pencils Devin might have in his desk and his pencil box. What should I do? Raise your hand and help me out. Jonyan, what should I do? Do you remember when we used Unifix cubes and we kind of chalked them? Could I chalk my pencils somewhere and draw a line to separate them into 2 groups? What if I did this? What would my number sentence be, Jonyan?
I cannot see.
Pin me and make me big.
You like it and I still cannot see it.
Okay. I've got, let me highlight the pencils. So, how many pencils are on this side, Jonyan?
2.
Yep. And how many pencils are on this side?
4.
Uh-huh. Did 2 and 4 make 6?
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. You guys do not have to split it the way I did. You can split your pencils any way you'd like. Landon, did you have a question?
I was thinking to do the exact same thing that you were gonna do.
Good job. Math
Split 2
detectives.
and split 4.
Yep. Okay. Our next story underneath, I'm going to have you guys do this on your own. It says, Shanna made 7 necklaces. She wore some of the necklaces and put the rest in her jewelry box. Use the linking cubes to help you think about how many necklaces Shanna might have on and how many are in her jewelry box. Then complete the 2 number sentences. So, really, if I take it one sentence at a time, she has 7 necklaces, and I see 7 boxes. On your own, split your boxes and fill in the 2 number sentences. Then when you're done, raise your hand, and I'll call on you to share out. Smriti, how did you split your boxes?
I did 3 and 4.
Okay, you did 3 on one side and 4 on the other. Can you read this top number sentence to me?
Huh?
Can you read this number sentence to me that you have on your paper?
I did 3 plus 4 equals 7.
What is your... Yep.
And 7 and 3 is 4 and plus 4.
Very good. So, thank you, Smriti. You did awesome. Smriti split hers where she has 3 and 4. She said 3 plus 4 equals 7, and 7 equals 3 plus 4. Excellent. Let's see. Let me call in another friend to share what they have. Jonyan, share out how you split yours.
I did 6 and 1.
Awesome. So, read your number sentence to me for the top.
6 plus 1 equals 7.
Excellent.
7 equals 6 plus 1.
Fantastic, Jonyan. Now let's take a look over here. This time, there is no drawing. You're going to have to do this completely on your own. Tommy planted 8 flowers. He planted some in his garden and some in his flower pots. Draw how Tommy may have planted his flowers. Fill in the number sentences to match your picture. Now, don't get too detailed. Remember, you can use shapes to represent the flowers. Go ahead and do it on your own. Tommy planted 8 flowers. He planted some in his garden and some in flower pots. Are you doing it, DJ? Okay. Okay, good. I'm going to have you share out in just a second. See, my friend's working hard. All right, DJ. How many flowers did Tommy plant?
8.
Good job. I'm going to draw the 8 flowers. I'm just going to use circles. 6, 7, 8. How did you separate the flowers for some in the garden and some in the flower pot, DJ?
I did 3.
Very good. So can you read your top number sentence to me, DJ?
8
Uh-huh.
equals 3. The 5.
Very good. So he took these and put it first. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep. Now read the bottom sentence to me, DJ.
3. 3
Mm-hmm.
plus 5 equals 8.
Good job. Awesome. Does anyone have a different way that they did it that they would like to share? Nicole.
I did 4 in the garden and 4 in the flower pot.
Very good.
And my number sentence is 8 equals 4 plus 4. And the down is 4 plus 4 equals 8. I can show you how I decorated that. It's like put the flowers and like that.
Very good. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, friends. You all have worked so hard during math today. You've done a great job. Down here at the bottom, you're going to create your own story and draw a picture. Fill in the number sentences to do your story. So you can pick a number between 6 and 8, draw those shapes, and write the number sentence. All right. If you would like to stay on and talk to me for a minute, you're welcome to. The rest of you, yes.
After class, can I stay on